It's a psychic superpower to be able to read people, but it's also a skill that everyone can learn. Simply paying attention can reveal a wealth of information about others. Let's have a look at the top 10 signs that reveal a lot about the people around you. Hey and welcome to the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. In today's video, I will talk about the top 10 things that will tell you about someone's personality. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more social psychology videos. And comment down below I subscribe so we can welcome you. Let's get straight into the video. Top 10 signs that reveal a lot about the people around you. Number 1. The way they treat service staff. The way someone treats those who work in retail, food service, and other service industries tells me a lot about them. In fact, how they treat these individuals reveals how they treat others in general. Why? Because you are in the ultimate position of power when dealing with service employees. They can't really argue with you since the customer is always right, and they're motivated to be as pleasant to you as possible. If you treat these individuals badly while treating people you regard as being on your level or higher, much better, it demonstrates a lack of integrity, empathy, and even self-respect, because someone with self-respect doesn't have to act superior to anyone. Number 2. How they act depending on who they're around. A corollary to the preceding. There's an old saying that goes, treat the CEO like a janitor. Do this because all people, regardless of their job or station in life, are intrinsically valued. Smart people also understand that you never know who you're dealing with. Anecdote of a man walking into a business meeting was told to me. When he met with the secretary, he had a disdainful tone toward her. He missed out on a potentially lucrative account during the meeting. Why? Because the man he met with had more faith in his secretary than in everyone else in the firm. These differences in the way people behave and treat people are subtle, but if you catch them, they say a lot about the person you're dealing with. Number 3. Their P's and Q's. I know I'm dealing with a socially savvy person when I see someone who has a basic level of etiquette and frequently says please and thank you. Despite the fact that you don't have to do much to cross that barrier, many people lack fundamental etiquette. How am I supposed to know? This is something I do on a regular basis, and I'm always astonished by how surprised people are when I do it. You can make people's days, reduce friction during interactions, and move through life much more easily this way. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Number 4. The way they walk. Do they slump their shoulders, or do they stand up straight? Do they have a spring in their stride, or do they shuffle their feet? What is their walking speed? Do they appear sluggish, rushed, or do they appear to be going at a deliberate and patient pace? Take a look at how someone like Barack Obama enters a room. He exudes a tangible feeling of confidence, which you can see in the way he walks into the room casually yet confidently. It's friendly, forceful, and attention-getting all at the same time, but it's devoid of the need for affirmation. I learned a useful lesson from the art of charm called the doorway technique. When you're about to walk into a room, stand up straight, perk yourself up, and prepare to walk into the room with confidence. Number 5. How they respond to slight social pressure. I use the term social pressure to describe any small scenario that produces some friction. This is only one example. I was once in line at Chipotle when the gentleman in front of me requested queso on his tortilla. He wasn't heard by the employee. "Are you going to repeat yourself?" his companion asked, looking at him. He, on the other hand, did not. Why? Because he'd have to deal with a small amount of social pressure, just enough to make him raise his voice and repeat himself, not rudely, but assertively. Situations like that, while minor, can reveal a lot about a person's personality. Are they willing to be a bit uncomfortable socially to get what they want, or not? Number 6. How they respond to the good fortune of others. When Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl, the camera cut to Eli Manning, who had a look on his face that suggested he wasn't glad his brother had surpassed his Super Bowl ring total. Whether or not that is true, there are circumstances in real life where you can discern, or at least assume, whether someone supports or envies successful people by reading their faces. Pay attention to the nuances in their language. Consider the worry troll, Someone mentions generating a lot of money in their business, and someone else says, "Gosh, you're going to have to pay a lot in self-employment taxes. Make sure you're saving your money." This is true, but did they intend to help out or to throw a bit of shade? Be careful and conscious of statements like these. Number 7. How they frame their responsibilities and challenges. This is nicely explained by the have to versus get to contradiction. Do you need to improve your company's technological aspects? Or do you get to learn useful technological skills that will aid your company's growth? You can tell whether someone views life through a victimhood or agency lens by listening to them communicate, especially regarding problems and barriers. The goal isn't to become a perfect human being who never has any difficulties or situations to complain about. Rather, it's to change how you think about and discuss those challenges in your life. Language is powerful. Many of these insights involve language because language speaks existence into life. Even the concept of time cannot exist without language to describe it. Be mindful of your words and the words of others. Number 8. How they respond to the phrase "how've you been?" or "what's new?" Same old or good is a common default response for many people. You should start looking for and spending more time with folks who seem to always be up to something. When you ask them what they've been up to, they give you a multi-sentence response. They're working on a side project, they have some fascinating hobbies, they've enjoyed recent events or excursions, and so on. Of course, this isn't true every time you speak with someone. People can be short just because they are short on that particular day. However, keep an eye out for a general pattern. The more people you have around you who light up when you ask that question, the better. Number 9. How children and dogs respond to them. I know I'm getting a little woo-woo here, but I swear, children and dogs have a sixth instinct when it comes to people. Who knows, dogs might be able to detect emotions. Because their capacities for intricate reasoning aren't fully mature, children are more vibe-oriented. Nobody is going to get everything right 100% of the time. Being more observant and seeing patterns in people's behavior, on the other hand, might have a significant impact on your life. The more you pay attention, the more opportunities you'll have to surround yourself with people who will actually enrich your life. They'll pay greater attention to your facial expressions and the way you hold yourself as you get older, rather than to what you say or how you try to come across. Please pardon my bro science, but this is just what I think. Number 10. How much time they spend talking about other people. I'm interested in the ratio of how much someone talks about what's going on in their life or the lives of the people with whom they're conversing against how much they talk about people who aren't present. The most obvious is gossip. If they talk about other people to you when you're not there, what do they talk about you when you're not there? Other varieties, on the other hand, are more subtle. For example, I've seen that many people spend far too much time talking about other people's accomplishments. They are overly enamored with celebrities, their favorite players and sports teams, as well as television series and films. You can love these activities, but some people develop entire personas based on what other people do, and you can tell when you spend enough time with them. As I previously stated, there are those who talk about the projects they're working on, ask you about your life, or discuss ideas, current events, and future collaborations with you. To sum up today's video, these are all subtle rules. Furthermore, the rules aren't always or even nearly always applicable. The aim is to be aware of them and seek trends in the people you engage with on a regular basis, as well as the aggregate data points you collect from one-off interactions. If you shift your attention away from yourself and begin observing other people, you'll receive a plethora of knowledge that you can use to both be more aware of who you're with and to adjust your behavior so that you come across well to others. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting social psychology videos. Now, I want to turn it over to you. Which tip among the others seems more helpful to you? Let me know by leaving a comment below. Thanks for watching.